So when I was fired the last time from this show,
Wait,
people say to me, were you okay with that? And my answer is, I was happy.
These women are completely out of touch with reality. And you're right, ABC should wake up.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10.
Most divisive and disgusting time from the show, any president, people said to me, certainly in my lifetime, has ever and my given. Answer is, he essentially waged war on these women are completely out of touch with reality, a threat to democracy, right, because ABC we believe should wake America first. I think she's not radical to want to put your country according to Donald Trump first. She's a 10. It's not radical to want to have a strong border. This just took a turn no one saw coming. And to unleash the might of your own economy, views Joy Behar, economies around the world. Just got arrested while allegedly trying to flee cultural Marxism, trickling its way to dodge a $50 million lawsuit. And the public school system, let's just say, higher education system, end well for her. Hollywood, caught red-handed at the airport, corrupt mainstream media that I fought against her last-ditch effort to escape the legal and financial disaster my generation of Americans and into hating our country. The entire thing went down another based on race and gender and sex and all of this other BS. What insane move led Joy from daytime TV to being in handcuffs? We all know the View has a history of going after conservative women. And this time was no different. You do not want to miss this story. The youngest White House
Joy objectifying the White House press secretary, saying she only has the job because she's hot.
Before we dive in history, smash that like button, a rising star, and hit subscribe so you never miss a moment of the madness. Completely unfiltered, subscribe, and definitely not a fan of woke nonsense. Let's get into it. But Joy it all started Behar with a single comment. She took things way objectifying the White House press secretary.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though. It's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
Joy took a only has the job because dismissing Caroline's entire career as nothing more than a pretty face handpicked by Trump made the mistake of her life. I think Karoline Leavitt, instead of debating Karoline Leavitt like an actual professional, according to Donald Trump, she took the lowest road possible. You know, mocking her that's what it is instead of her qualifications. I want to be clear, though. Said this. It's not her first job. I think she's probably.
Do you want to take this?
So you cannot be attractive and smart. I will try to give Joy the benefit of, well, thank you. I try to give Joy the benefit of the doubt that she didn't see that briefing. Because if you saw that yesterday on numerous topics, no big binder, I think she might have had a different impression of this young woman who held her own.
I mean, you would have to give her the benefit of the doubt that she did absolutely no research or reading about anything dealing with Karoline Leavitt before she made that remark. Because Karoline Leavitt worked, I mean, she went to St. Anselm College. She worked for WMUR
Ran for Congress?
In New Hampshire. She ran for Congress at the age of 25, put on a very good campaign. She lost by 8 or 9 points, but she still put on a good campaign. Then she was the press secretary for the Trump campaign, going on TV literally every day.
Well, heavily pregnant and a new mom.
Pregnant. Yeah, she's a new mother. And then she goes out yesterday and gives and this, again, this is speaking very objectively, because I've watched every press secretary since going back to Marlon Fitzwater. Yeah, I'm that old. And she went out there for her very first briefing at the age of 27 years old, the youngest press secretary ever. And did a terrific job.
It was her first press briefing. According to Donald Trump, in the previous administration, you know, that's what it is. She mocked Karoline. I want to be clear, insinuating that she only got the job because of her looks. It was her first qualifications. She worked in the previous. For the View. This was bad. That's it. The audience. That's the best she's got. Even Joy's co-host, so instead of recognizing who normally nod along to whatever she says, experience looked visibly the youngest White House press secretary. And when the clip hit social media, Joy Behar resorted to shallow, sexist attacks, objectifying the White House press secretary. The backlash was immediate. She only has the job. Do you want to take this? Attacking a woman for her looks or age isn't very progressive. I will try to give Joy the benefit. Sky News contributor Kozakos. I try to give Joy the benefit of the.
Voters do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help.
That she didn't see that briefing. It was so condescending. Because if she saw that the way that she was scolding her topics, as if she were a schoolgirl, no big binder, suggesting she might have had a different impression of this young woman. I just find it so hypocritical when these so-called, you would have to give her the benefit of the doubt voices that she did absolutely no research or reading about anything dealing with conservative women before she made that remark. There's a long list of that. Karoline Leavitt, Trump's previous press secretary. She went to St. Anselm College. Sarah Huckabee Sanders. She worked for WM Congress in New Hampshire. And other figures like her. Congress at the age of 25. Campaign manager the first time. Put on a very good campaign. Kellyanne Conway. She lost by 8 or 9 famously had to bear the brunt of a lot of this. But she still put on a good campaign. So people are used to that. Then she was the press secretary for the Trump campaign. In their bubble of the audience going on TV literally every day. That's probably heavily pregnant and new. Yeah, so one defense, she's a new mother, I guess. And then she goes out yesterday to her audience. And this, if you take it outside of that bubble, very objectively, the way you are right now, I've watched every press secretary since going back to Most people would let this slide, maybe post a snarky tweet, call it a day, and she went out there for her very first briefing at the age of 27 years old, any of it. The youngest press secretary ever, the victim, and did a terrific job. She went for the jugular first. Social media erupted. She called out ABC execs panicked. Karoline pointed out how the View preaches left-wing commentators were stunned at how hypocritical their woke agenda. Isn't the View supposed to support women, try to discredit her? Or is it just liberal women they support? The hammer. And then she hit just when you thought it couldn't get any worse. Where it hurts. Karoline Leavitt made her move. Karoline filed a massive lawsuit for defamation and character assassination, accusing
They likened President Trump to Hitler. They have mocked him. They have shamed him. They have lied about him consistently on their show. And it was a joy to watch this when they realized that tens of millions of Americans do not listen to the lies that they have spewed.
Called maliciously spreading lies. She hit her to destroy her reputation. She filed a $50 million defamation lawsuit against Joy Behar, wasn't just accusing her of making malicious and false statements meant to discredit her professional reputation. If Karoline won, voters do not agree with these despicable women on The View's credibility. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans. Executives were scrambling. They should seek immediate help. Joy Behar. Now here's where things had no idea what was coming next. Legal experts immediately started weighing in with these despicable women on The View. Joy Behar. They are wildly out of touch. One prominent majority of Americans even said this lawsuit could be one of the most expensive mistakes in television history. Now here's where things get even messier. This case. After Karoline, it's not looking good for her. Social media facing financial ruin. Fans rallied behind executives, praising her for fighting back against The View's hypocrisy. Emergency meetings, hashtags like hashtag cancel The View and hashtag fire Joy Behar started trending. Something no one expected. Some liberal viewers admitted that Joy crossed the line. Joy Behar, ABC absolutely terrified of what's coming. According to inside sources, ticket to Italy. Executives.
Attacking a woman for her looks or age isn't very progressive. Let's bring in Sky News contributor Kosha Garda. Kosha, particularly that last clip that we played, it was so condescending. The way that she was scolding her as if she was a schoolgirl, suggesting she needed to do her homework. I find it so hypocritical when these so-called, caring, progressive voices just turn so nasty like that.
Yes, and as you mentioned, with conservative women, there's a long list of that, both of Trump's previous press secretaries, females, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Kayleigh McEnany, other figures like his campaign manager the first time, Kellyanne Conway, Sarah Palin very famously had to bear the brunt of a lot of this. So people are used to that. I think in their bubble of the audience that The View speaks to, that's probably kind of what the group think is. So one defense, I guess, is that she was speaking to her audience, but you take it outside of that bubble the way you are right now, and we all can see.
We're in full-blown damage control mode because she thinks she started getting nervous. Legal mess. And advertisers but what she didn't realize if they wanted to be associated federal authorities with this mess. Were already on ABC her. Held the moment she tried to board her flight to figure out their TSA next move. And law enforcement and what happened next. Boom. Nobody saw it coming. Passengers at the airport were stunned. I couldn't do that. Some even caught the whole thing on video. No nonsense. And within hours, the footage was everywhere. Detail. Social media lost it. ABC Joy Behar just went from The View to a mugshot. Is she really trying to be the next Roman Polanski? So, wow, she's facing real accountability. And ABC